Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Inga Cotton, and I'm the founder and executive director of San Antonio Charter Moms. And these are Charter Moms chats where we've been doing live videos to help parents learn what they need to know to navigate education in San Antonio, to keep their kids learning during the pandemic. And it's in open enrollment season for a lot of schools of choice in San Antonio. And I'm so excited that today we get to feature the San Antonio ISD Choice Schools. And our special guest is Dr. Tricia Baumer, and her role is executive director of the Office of Access and Enrollment Services at San Antonio ISD. And so San Antonio ISD has over 40 different choice offerings, and they're open to students all across Bexar County. And that's what's so exciting. They have two high schools that are recognized as among the best performing high schools in the nation. So, I've been watching charter schools since like 2012 when I started the blog. And in the last few years, like San Antonio ISD has been just about the most dynamic area in terms of new schools of choice and new school offerings. And it's just, it's kind of overwhelming, but there's a link in the description of the video to the blog post. We just updated our enrollment guide for San Antonio ISD schools of choice. So Tricia, thank you for joining us on Charter House Chats.
Well, thank you for having me.
So what did I ask you about? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say just
so
to go along. Yeah, we have tons of options in SAISD. And like you said, initially, we now have over 40 programs, and it just keeps growing every year. And we have options for all grade levels, like pre-K all the way through 12th grade. Like you said, they're open to everyone across Bexar County. Basically, we tell people, if you can get to our school, you can apply. And they're really open to all, also regardless of academic history. It's a blind process. Basically, if you can get, if whatever grade you're applying for, as long as that's actually your grade, submit an application. We are here for you regardless of academic history. And like I said, with the options like early childhood, elementary, we have things like single gender, dual language, Montessori. At the middle school level, we even have International Baccalaureate. We have the media and technology piece. We even have a fine arts one that came up too. And then high school is where our options just explode. We have early college. Like you'd said before, one of those, Travis, was identified as a premier high school in the nation. We have International Baccalaureate again, health professions, law professions. There's a fire program, automotive tech, construction management, even things for career kind of oriented folks, business, computer science, and then our P-Tech programs are really just exploding. And so that's a Texas identified model where you can really go in a particular career pathway and get dual credit and college credit too. And across all of our high school options, that is something that we have for everyone. So there literally is something for everybody. And if you don't think we have it, just give us a call. We're going to find out what fits your kids' needs. Media, film, arts, STEM, technology, we've got it.
Yeah, so. No, it's been really exciting to watch the growth, and also as you all have learned to communicate about the schools, right? And the actually I'm going to pop up the URL here on the screen, but yeah. But SAISDchoice.com is an excellent resource, right? And so it can feel a little overwhelming, that there are so many different types of programs out there, but this website does a really good job of laying out what the different models are, right?
Yeah. So if you don't mind, let me take a few minutes to explain that. I think one of the best features of our website is that when you go to the schools tab, there's a filter function. So say, for example, you want to know about single gender, because that's another one of our options. We have single gender boys and single gender girls. We literally have a filter that says single gender, and you click on it, and then all of our single gender options pop up. Dual language. We literally have dual language across 40 schools throughout our whole district, and quite a lot of them are choice schools and programs. You can literally click dual language, and then you'll be able to see all the different campuses, whether or not they're elementary, middle school, or even high school, that have the dual language option in there. And then something too, besides that, to help you navigate that, our enrollment office, you can call and set up what we call a parent consultation, and that we will sit with you and talk to you about, find out what are your child's interests, what are your concerns or questions about your child, or what are your family's needs, because there could be things regarding location, there could be things regarding, you know, other types of considerations and factors. And based on all that, then we'll be able to recommend for you, oh, well, if you're living on the north side of town and you're interested in science or technology, then these are the options that we have for you. And then we'll even help you submit your application, and then follow up with any other things, tell you if there's any info sessions coming up for those schools. So we really want to make sure to make this process as easy as possible for all of the parents, because we know there's a lot of options out there, and we're just here to be able to make sure you know what options are available in your backyard. So
Yeah. Yeah. The system is meant to be welcoming to families.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And then also too, on that website, we have other resources that are both in English and Spanish. We really want to make sure it's accessible to all. That even explains about your, people have questions about transportation. Transportation is open to everybody. Again, it's the same deal. If you can get to that transportation stop, you can get on the bus. About transportation schedules, about how the lottery works for SAISD, because we understand that it works differently for different charter organizations. We even explain just how the waitlist works, things about siblings, all the kind of ins and outs of the lottery process. We have those for you on the website too, again, in English and Spanish, to make it as accessible for everyone as possible.
Yeah. One of the key points is that these schools are open to families across Bear County. So you described it in terms of, it's like if you can get to the school, or if you can get to one of these, you know, bus depots, you know,
yes,
then you'll get to campus. You know, and you mentioned that it's like kids don't necessarily have to test in or meet a certain set of academic requirements to have access to these schools. So
correct.
That's really important. Yeah.
That is correct. It is for the almost every single one of our schools, it's a straight up lottery to get in. Like I said, as long as you qualify for the grade that you're applying for. And the thing that we do have to remind parents right now is that the application window is to get in for next year. There are some still a little bit, they're trying to get in for this year, and we do have all you have to do is call our office and we'll talk to you about options for that. But the application window that's open right now, and if you want to get into next year and find out all your different options, because that is what's happening, like you said, everybody's showing you all their different options. And we also understand with COVID happening right now, you know, everybody's operating in a different way too. And so we do have a lot of virtual sessions. If people can't get out or connect with one of the virtual sessions, you call that enrollment office number and we will talk with you one-on-one. We'll connect you with the right people. We still want to make sure that even operating under COVID, it is very easy to access all of our options and to find out what would work best for you all. So, yeah.
I was when I was looking at the website to update the blog post, I noticed well, like last year was that there was a fabulous like experience SAISD event. It was at the school hall, and there was just so much spirit. And I'm really sad that COVID means that there's no
Yeah,
SAISD,
I
but I'm looking
know.
forward to it coming back in the future because it's a super fun event.
So what I will say is
And
we
then on
are
the
working
website,
on a
I
way.
noticed that there are. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, no, I was going to say just for Experience SAISD, because we didn't want to lose the excitement of it, stay tuned. We are having a virtual type of Experience SAISD being developed. So it's coming. All right. So just you wait. And yes, Inga, we will make sure
Okay.
to let you know when it goes live and things like that, because like we said, we know that we're all operating under a different lens right now. And so not to lose that. So stay tuned. Experience SAISD is not going away for this year. It's just coming to you differently. Okay.
Got it. So virtual experience essay.
Yes. Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I did notice that y'all have a lot of virtual info sessions, and I've seen them be popping up on like the Facebook pages, like the SAISD Choice Facebook, but on the website. And then they're grouped in days, right? So there's general info sessions about like how the choice process works, how the enrollment process works at SAISD,
Right.
and then there's info sessions that are specific to each campus, right? So if you're curious about a particular school, like you want to know about Rodriguez, Montessori, dual language, then there's an info session for that school specifically.
Right. We wanted to make sure that parents had multiple access points. And so our general info sessions that the district hosts, that's for if you couldn't make it to one of the particular ones. But we will give you the general information. And then during that time, you can ask us questions about individual schools and we can answer it to a point, and then make sure that you get connected to the right person to get even more information about it. So, and then, like we said, there are the individual sessions at each campus. And then not to worry, I always tell people, and if you can't make it, it's okay. We've got you. Because all you have to do is either call the school or call our office, and we'll still be able to get you all the information that you want to know, help you with the comparison points and things like that too. So we've got you. So yes, but yes, we are literally trying to make it as open to everyone for whenever you need it.
Right. It's not this is not a way to put up barriers or make parents jump through hoops. It's a way
Correct.
to that y'all are trying to offer information and be welcoming to people.
Yes.
So that's
Yes. And with Spanish translation as well. So we always make it a point that we are accessible to everyone from both sides too. So, and if something happens, and so I will say glitches happen all the time. If something happens, we will still work with whoever's doing the presentation and things like that to make sure that our families know what's the information and understand what's going on throughout.
Yeah.
So that's why, and we invite everyone. Es para todos. So,
well, I'm wondering. Okay, so I'm pretty proud of my little banners that I popped up here on the side. I was wondering if we could kind of walk through like sort of like what parents should do, right? Like I have the link for the online application. There's also a paper application, and then there's I made little banners for the enrollment dates. So I was wondering if you could kind of like narrate how that works, and then I'll be the person who puts the banners up.
Right. Okay. So basically our application window is open now. It opened November 9th and it's open all the way through January 21. And this is what we call enrollment round 1. This is the majority of the applications that come in, and then we'll make the bulk of the offers from this first round. And then based on that, and based on how you all out there accept our offers and things like that, we will have a round 2. And we always say, if necessary, I would love it for not, but we know that things happen, things change. And so we actually typically do have seats that will come available in the spring. And so we will have a round 2 that we typically say around March and April. And then we will make offers again from that round. And then the other thing I want people to know is applying is really super simple. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, it's getting on Schoolment, which is our application platform. Creating an account, if you don't have one, will help you. And then 2, once you get in, you select the schools you want, you answer a few questions, and then 3, you submit it. Literally, the application takes 5 minutes or less. And we can help you do it over the phone in that time, literally in 5 minutes or less. And if you want to do it yourself, you can click on the link. And if you want to download the paper application, it's literally all just, and on this SAISD Choice site, I know when you put that banner up, we literally have that apply now button all over the place. So you just click apply now, and then it'll ask you, do you want a paper application or do you want to do it online? And so all that information is right there. And that website is also in Spanish too. So if you need, si necesita el español, if you need the Spanish, it's easily accessible for you that way. Y también la aplicación es en español también. So the application is in Spanish, even the paper one. So really making it as easy as 1, 2, 3 for all of y'all to get that information to us.
Yeah, no, that's so important. So you talked about the round 1, round 2 of the applications, but sort of intermixed with that is the, like if there are schools that get more applications than there are seats, then there will be a lottery and there will be a waiting list. So I know there's resources on the website that explain like how the lotteries and waiting lists work for particular schools. But if you could kind of give an overview about how that works.
Yeah, so after you submit your application, we do look to see, make sure like where it fits with each campus. So at our campuses, we do have different, what we call buckets of our lotteries, to make sure that, because we set aside seats for in district or out of district, if you're applying for a dual language campus, to understand that we do have to have a balance of English and Spanish. So we put applications in the English bucket if you're an English speaker, in the Spanish bucket if you're a Spanish speaker, you know, things like that. So we do categorize your application, and then we run the lottery. Where I'm championing and cheering that you'll get an offer. If you don't, then you'll get put on the wait list. And what we tell people is, with the way the wait list works, is that don't get disheartened. Everybody's always like, oh my gosh, I got put on the wait list. I'm like, no, it's okay, because we constantly make offers, because people's situations are changing, or they'll get offers for other schools and things like that. And so we are making offers throughout the spring, throughout the summer, even into the school year, because as we know, things happen even into the school year and seats become available. And then people will just keep moving up the wait list, and we will keep making offers. And then the other thing that we tell families too is, we're one of the places where you just have to submit it one time. And if you don't get an offer right away, you get on the wait list. And if you don't get an offer right away from the wait list, you don't have to apply again. We have your information, and it just rolls over. And so that is one of the other ways that we're trying to facilitate it for families, is that, hey, you only have to apply one time for our schools, and then we'll hold your information until you withdraw it. The other thing that I want to share too is that a lot of times families want to come in together. So we absolutely encourage families to apply, you know, especially at multiple grade levels and things like that. And so if you do apply for schools together, and they're all lottery grades, like some of our schools have pre-K 3, pre-K 4, and kinder. And if you're like me, I have kids who are very close in age. And so I had 2 kids in the lottery at the same time. And so if one of your children gets in the lottery at a school and you applied together, and they're both in the lottery, you're both going to get in. So we do try to accommodate for families. You know, that is a consideration that we do want to keep, because we understand that that also helps facilitate for family life, you know, within there, and the multiple drop-offs. But we also understand, on the flip side, y'all know your kids the best, and you know that one girl is going to like the single gender. Your other daughter, there's no way she's going to do single gender, and she's going to want a dual language. So you might end up doing the double drop-off, you know. So we'll help you whichever way your life goes. We'll help you with that too. So, but those are the kinds of things that we can help clarify with the enrollment office. You know, those are the kinds of questions that I know parents are always asking about the transportation, about the families keeping together. And then, like our schools, just like every single one of our schools, just so you know, it's tuition free, even our early childhood programs, whether or not you are a TEA qualifying or non-qualifying student, all of our early childhood programs are free. And at all of our schools, we also have the free breakfast and lunch. You know, so that is something that, regardless of your economic background, that is a service we provide for every single one of our students. And yes, we keep talking about our awesome academic models, but we also have very strong athletics. We have some awesome, diverse extracurricular activities at the campus. You know, and I don't just mean at the high schools, I mean at the elementary and the middle school and the high school, all the way through. The schools really listen to what the students are into and are always advocating for the students to have a voice. And so it really is diverse at each campus. So I strongly encourage, when you're asking to find out what academic offerings there are, to remember we also have lots of great extracurriculars and things like that too. And then also, you know, we have our experienced teachers, they're certified. Our principals have developed these cultures at the schools. These are all like the other intrinsic factors that go along with our strong academic models that our choice schools and really all of our SAISD schools strive to build. So we are like the gem in the heart of San Antonio. So we really want to make sure that you explore all your options and come on over, give us a call and find out what we can provide and what would be the best fit for your kiddos.
And I wanted to share some encouragement. We have, because I can see people are watching this video live, and Raisa she's a active member of our online community, and so she's cheering. So so good job, Tricia. That's one of the fun things about this platform is you can see the comments and see the good ones. So yes, so you're doing a great job of explaining. I mean, it is there's a level of complexity here, right? Because there are so many schools of choice, like within SAISD, and the blog post goes into that about who the different which ones are partnership schools and which ones are industry charters, but a lot of that is kind of behind the curtain, because what parents really care about is, like, are their kids like happy, safe, engaged, learning, right? And so like I mean, like I'm thinking about like Bonham Academy with a great theater program, and so these are like elementary and middle school kids, and they are so committed to their stagecraft, and it's really energizing to see.
Yep. And so, for example, too, I will just say at the board meeting on Monday, they showcase every year our students have a Christmas card decoration, like creation contest. And to see the artwork that comes out from our students, it's amazing, and they're beautiful. And these are the things that, our students participate with, like the chalk art competition that they have. And when you see the types of things that elementary students create, or when my daughter comes home, and she goes to, and I will say she goes to an SAISD school, and they're talking about saving the environment, and mama, you need to recycle. And those are the kinds of things that my students come home, my kids come home with, but our students come home with, because we're really about the whole child experience. It's not just about the academics, but it's also, like you had said before, the social and emotional piece, the worldview piece, the citizenship piece. Like, these are all the things we're developing with our students in our schools. So alongside with the strong academics, and I think you'll know that our district has been growing strides on academics. Like the commissioner highlighted us last year. We have elementary school, like A-rated schools, sorry, that kept coming out wrong. A-rated schools. Our district is a B rating and having improved tremendously in just the past 2 years. So this is just all the growth and all the promise and things that are happening in our San Antonio schools. And that's why I was glad that you invited us to come on, because it is our choice schools and programs that are a great force of this, but it's also our neighborhood schools. So that's the other thing I wanted to say. I know some people might get on the wait list. We have other options for you while you're waiting. Give us a call. Our neighborhood schools are also great little gems, and they have a lot of they also have like dual language programs and different things that we can offer. And so just know SAISD, San Antonio ISD, is here for everyone. And so give us a call, and we will definitely help you out, find out the best fit, and then tell you about all the things that we can offer for your children.
Yeah, it's been so exciting for me to watch, like, since Superintendent Pedro Martinez came to San Antonio, and I've seen so right, and your colleague Mohammed Charduri, and you came from Dallas, and seeing like new choice programs develop, and it's been, and there's been so much buzz, like in the moms group, talking about like, oh, there's this new SASD school, and wow, they have pre-K 3, and just so much excitement about that.
Yes, and so we do have 3-year-old programs, 4-year-old programs. That's why I said we have our offerings span literally all the way from 3-year-olds through seniors. And so that's the thing. A lot of folks, it's hard to change schools midstream, or like 11th grade or 12th grade, but we do give folks that opportunity too. We really have those options for you. And whether or not it's being career oriented, whether or not it's like, we don't know what we want to be oriented to, or if earning dual credit is important for you, or if being able to stay in an academy. Like, we have the models that go from pre-K through 8th grade at one school. Like, we have all those different kinds of things based on, like we said, we want to find out what is your family's needs, what is going to be the best fit for your kiddo, and then we can make sure to let you know where you belong with us.
Yeah. Okay, so I always like to, as we're sort of cruising towards the end of our time slot, but I always like to give parents, like, the action steps, like what to do next. So so I'm gonna pop up the website again.
So
but I was wondering if you could kind of lay out, like, what, like, the online, the paper, the phone call, like.
Okay, and then also, are you going to share the contact screen?
Oh, that's right. Let me do that now.
SAISDchoice.com is the main website for y'all, but then also next step can be contacting our enrollment office. So we're available to you via phone, through the number 210-554-2660. We are available via email at enroll@saisd.net. We are even available via text at 210-309-3259. And with all of those vehicles, you can submit an application. We literally have people who download the paper and then take pictures of it and text it to us. So yes, you can submit your application that way. And if you are still wanting to know more about which options to do, calling either of those or emailing or texting us, we can make sure to set up either parent consultation or just have someone call you to follow up, and we will literally help you over the phone right there. We can make appointments. We can set up Spanish speakers to help. And that text function and that email function, we can also do English or Spanish. So just know, we are here for you all, and we also have sign language interpretation now too. So for members of the deaf community, we even have that service available as well. So, and then if there is a question or even a language that you need help with, let us know and we will help you out. Like, we don't want there to be any barriers for families. So step next is to contact our office or go to the SAISDchoice.com site. If you're submit an application, if you know what you want to apply for, and if you don't, we'll help you out with information sessions or with a parent consultation or any kind of communication that that you need. So, all right. So we really look forward to hearing from everybody. And we also have, our district website. We also have a district Facebook page. If you all have questions, you can even submit it through there, and we will make sure to get answers to you. Any place that you want to reach out to us, we are definitely here for the community.
Yeah. Yeah. I can testify to that. I mean, parents in the group talk about like how they were able to get information, and they're able to get their questions answered, and it makes me very proud of. I'm proud of what San Antonio ISD is doing. I'm proud of how far you guys have come, and I'm excited to see how these school models continue to evolve and kind of reach their capacity, right? Because some of them are still adding grade levels, or
yes, they are.
Yeah,
yes, they are. So and we still have other schools on the horizon. So like just keep an eye out. San Antonio is going places, and it's growing and adapting and changing and learning. So it's a great time to be with SAISD.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great time to be raising a family in San Antonio, because you can access so many choice schools and so many high quality schools, and many of them are in SAISD, and which means that they are accessible and free, and there's transportation, and then there's it's this equity through being accessible and welcoming, and that's really important.
Yes, it is. And equity is something that is very important for us too. So we're here for the masses. Come on by.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I think we covered it. I look forward. Do you have any closing thoughts? Anything you want to share?
No, it's always fun to be able to reach out to the community. And so, everywhere that we can go to be able to share our experience, to share our community with all. I mean, it's just, we love doing that. We love doing that. So if anybody else wants us to reach out and tell you more, we can. We are also developing more platforms in which we can share the information with families. Like, one of the things that we know families are wanting to know more about, specifically, what is Montessori? What is dual language? What is International Baccalaureate? So stay tuned again. We are going to have that resource. Yes, we're going to have that resource as well. We're really listening to the community. So if you identify something that you're like, hey, can you or could you, let us know. Send a text, send an email, give us a call. That's literally, we want to make sure that our community is well informed, and so that you really know when we say best fit, that you really know what that is for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this has been wonderful. I've learned new things today. That there's new schools coming, that there's like new like explanations coming about, understanding different school models, and that there's going to be a virtual experience SAISD. So I'll keep an eye out for that, and I'll be sure and let everyone in the group know about that too.
Yay. So yeah, so it's in this whole virtual world, right? We're all just kind of navigating right now. So we're developing it. So we'll just, oh my gosh, I'm just like, stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's all we can do right now in this time. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Well, and folks can, I'm going to pop up the phone numbers again and they can
Thank
call,
you.
right?
Call, email, and text. We're here for you.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, Tricia, this has been so helpful. Thank you so much. And, keep me posted about what's new in San Antonio ISD.
We will. Thank you. And apply now, everybody. Apply now.
Yes. I'll add that too. SAISDchoice.com.
Woohoo!
All right.